Okay. So before your sequence sort of involved dragging the ball in, and then feet were down first, okay? Then you sort of gripped it here. Then the club sort of went towards the golf ball, and you're sort of moving your feet around, sort of shuffling, not quite getting around, and then you sort of got in a position where you felt comfortable. And again, that ball position for me, just a little bit too far back. Yeah, okay. Now the second time around, when you sort of adjusted it, okay, I clear these lines.
Is that because I wasn't moving my feet?
Yeah, yeah, exactly. You're trying to shuffle each time and try and get the distance from the ball as well as the distance in between your feet. So you're trying to adjust all these things. It's very difficult to adjust 2 or 3 things at the same time. Your brain's sort of thinking on one thing and not doing other things. So if we can put the golf club down behind the golf ball, we know the golf club goes there. We can see now the shaft angle, just based on that one leaning forward and that one being more upright. We've now got the club in a better position. So more often than not, if the
I think
club,
what I did. Yeah. I probably
try to push it forward.
Got my wrist forward before I moved.
Exactly. Because you were gripping the club before the club was next to the golf ball. So you were gripping the golf club. Which you see with the club actually, you were gripping the golf club now with the club way behind the ball, putting your hands on the club there comfortably, and just moving then the club to the golf ball as you did that. So your shaft was always a little bit too far forward, the ball a bit too far back. By putting the club down, just sitting flat on the bottom there, it's sitting straight up in the air for you. You can grip it now. Yeah, straight towards your zip on your jacket. You can now grip it, and then the last thing you do, you just put your feet either side, and then you set your feet. So looking at the ball, exactly, and much more towards the centre there. Just left of centre would be ideal, but that's absolutely fine where you are there now. Compared to that one, I'd say it's a better position. Okay, that one on the right is much more what we're looking for. And then the swing thought now with that feeling is that sort of long, low, shallow arc as we go back. Great backswing going back. No dip with the knees, we're just rotating the knees. That's a great backswing there. I think I dip
when I'm actually hitting it.
It's when you come in here now, so the knees are unwinding. There's no dip there.
No.
And the legs then sort of straighten a little bit, okay, and twist. And I think the fear of the legs bobbing down stops them sort of moving enough, really, okay. What we look to try and do is get a bit more movement with the lower half, but again, the top half movement's great. The strikes you get on there are really, really good. As I say, for consistency, if we could say next time you play golf with the ladies, next week or whenever it may be, we could say every single shot you play, from driver through to your 3-foot putts, you stand to the ball the same and correctly for every shot. You've got a fighting chance.
A new routine.
You're going to have a few mishits, obviously. That's just human nature. Okay, we're not robots. We're going to make the odd error in judgment. Okay, so it's pilot error sometimes. But if we can stand to the ball the same for every shot, at least we've got a fighting chance. If we're setting up differently for every shot, the chance of having a correct shot, you have to have, in theory, a negative in your swing to compensate for the negative at setup to equal a positive. 2 negatives can equal a positive. There's 2 wrongs making a right. It's not a consistent way of playing golf. Because if you make a perfect swing from a poor setup, that's 1 negative, 1 positive equals, unfortunately, a negative. Okay, so the better we can stand to the golf ball, the more consistently you're going to hit the golf ball, the better your bad shot's going to be. That's the key thing. Get a better bad shot. The last one, it wasn't a perfect shot by any stretch, but rather than going 100 yards, it went 80 yards, and it went straight, and it was a clean hit off the mat. It wasn't thumping the mat and then going somewhere. It was a clean hit off the top of the mat there because you weren't worrying about your knees going up and down. And like I said, I think you worry sometimes about a fault that you haven't really got anymore. Yeah, 2 or 3 years ago, you were definitely sort of going up and down with your knees. I saw that. But I think you've definitely eliminated that for the majority. There'll be some swings, definitely, you make a swing.
The thing is, I know when I've done it, but then it's too late.
Exactly, yeah. But there'll be definitely some swings where you do that, but I would say probably hanging around a golf, maybe twice in a round of golf, you probably really do bob your knees. The rest are just your legs straightening up a little to try and stop that, rather than that sort of constant sort of circling out with the club. Okay, make sense?
Yeah, it does.
Very good, but looking great.
With the correct
definitely that definitely the sequence. Okay, the 3 things to remember: the club goes first,
tummy button,
then the hands, the last thing then are the feet. Okay, get the feet set correctly afterwards, and then you'll find the club now will just sit in the right position because you're putting the club down as it wants to sit, not putting your feet down first where you think, and then just adjusting the ball to where your feet have gone. Okay. Cool.
I was doing it backwards, wasn't I?
Exactly. As 9 times out of 10 most golfers tend to do. So, right, hit a couple more in, Judy, and we'll see how they go from there, okay?